1, camera 2. Got that up. Booyah. Got that ready on there. Booyah. Alright, we looking good, Mug. We are looking good. Now let's see where my notifications come through. Boom, there we go. All right, chat working. We good to go. We good to go. Okay, got my Doug food in here. Food, what it do, baby? What it do, food? Mic check, 1 2 1 2 1 2. How we sound, food? Everything good on the audio? Everything sounding good coming through that end? Make sure the audio is ready. Alright, we good to go. We are good to go. Fool, what it do, man? You already know. A pleasure. Always appreciate you for tuning in and tapping in with the kid. My man steady working. Nigga, my dog Ace Money. What up? You know what Scholar said. We always working, always working, always working. I remember I was at the bottom, pot is hurting. Hey, salute to that, bro. Salute. Make sure y'all like that like button up for me, man. Make sure y'all hit that hype button on these videos, man. Drop us a comment. That's how we get into this algorithm, man. I got a nice one set up tonight, y'all. My Doug Ed in the building. What up, baby? Salute to everybody pulling up. Salute to everybody pulling up. Hold on. Let me get it together. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, boom. All right, y'all. Just let me get everything together real quick with the package. Everybody be sure to touch the like button, folks. Please, it don't bite, man. Tell them again, Ed, salute and thank you, man. And everybody that's in the building tonight, man. Salute, salute. As y'all can see, we got all the agendas on the hit list right there. All right, the message just came through. Why did I do that? That was the wildest thing I could have did, probably. All right, let me get this right here. All right, man, kicking it off from the top, man. Let's get this thing started, man. First and foremost, salute and appreciate the love, man, to everybody that is in the building tonight, man. Everybody that pulled up to the live to kick it with us tonight. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I am Mr. V Crime, man, the owner of this proprietor, V Media, the owner of Stories with V LLC, the owner of V Crime Storytime LLC, man. This is the mob, this is the platform, this is the family, man. I want everybody in the building tonight to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you have not already, hit the share button. And also, man, jump in the chat letting us know where you tapping in from, man. Can I get them 100s in the chat? Also, let me know where you tapping in from. So let's dive into it, man. We got number 1 on the hit list, Intro YSL Woody fires back at YSL members. Now, well, I mean, I believe we all know what's going on. I believe we all caught up to speed and date of what's going on with this whole YSL thing. Of course, I mean, to me, it's an ugly situation, but for real, it's all too familiar to me because these are the situations that I try to portray in the stories. These are the situations that I try to let y'all know really exist out here, man, that a person to be boss man, king slime, king slack, but the moment Stream elements by it, learn how to customize. Already salute, champ, salute, baby. You are the head of the organization, right? You the big man, you the king slime, but you go into this interrogation room and you give these people what they looking for. You gave these people a conversation, you gave these people hope, and you kind of verified a couple of crimes. So let's hear what YSL, what he had to say about it though, y'all.
A lot of them. I ain't gonna lie to y'all to make y'all accept me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all to make y'all forgive me. If I did wrong, it's a reason I did wrong. It's up to you to try to understand what happened. So let me explain something to y'all. Y'all all talk about this halftime song. 2014, October, November.
Hey y'all, DC
You know,
100, Jaja, what it do, baby?
He made the song. We all, when I first heard it, I'm like, why the hell didn't nigga make a song about me? But I'm young. I didn't do it, so I didn't care as much as I should have. When I first heard it, Yak explained this. I was like, what the hell? Yak like, but he just mentioned your name. Oh, that hard. So when Yak said it's hard, I'm like,
okay, quick talking point, man. Let me ask y'all this. Everybody drop it in the chat too. Give me your feedback. What do you guys feel about rappers who have homeboys who commit crimes out here in the street, and then the rapper goes on track and rap about them crimes? And or what do we feel about rappers who are actually committing crimes, but they go in the studio and talk about those crimes? Is that self-incriminating? Is that just entertainment? Or is that point blank snitching? Give it to me in the chat, y'all. Please, if you just pulling up, man, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the share button. But let's get this going, man. Drop it in the chat. Let me know, what are we classifying this as? Because it's going on. It's beginning to become a fad now. It's beginning to become the norm. This is what music is. Do a crime, talk about that crime, talk about the people that was in that crime, or talk about the people that you committed that crime against. This is the state of music in 2025, bro. What's going on with this? Like, is this just a cool thing to do now? We just gonna be talking about crimes we committing? We just gonna be talking about motherfuckers that's committing crime and then liable to get them locked up? I was talking to a good man the other day, and he asked me, like, man, you do the hood vlogs, V? I'm like, nah, because I ain't getting a nigga booked. Nigga don't want to get on front of the platforms and talk about their rap or promote their mixtape, promote their brand, promote their business. Motherfucker want to get on there and talk about how much dope he sold, where the guns at. No, I don't want you to do that on my platform. I want you to grow. I want you to be better. I'm telling you, we got a nice little audience that's going to have their eyeballs on you. Don't waste the time talking about some shit that we always talk about. Let's talk about some shit. Let's build. Let's talk about some positivity shit. Let's talk about some shit that's going to take us to the next level and elevate us in life. That's the type of time I be on, man. If y'all rocking with that, can I get them 100s in the chat, mob? Let's go. But, that was just a quick... I wanted to digress and see, man, what did y'all feel about that Lil Woody situation? But let's get into the first story, man. Going into topic 2, we got a live story time, man. Like I told y'all, we get more in depth with stories that I actually write myself too. I want to start implementing those, and you already know I want a lot of good feedback, or I want some good feedback on what y'all feeling about the story. Like if you seen that episode today, what's your feedback on that, man? I wrote that story myself. Was y'all rocking with it? Did it need to be a little bit longer? Was the pace good? Y'all are I do this shit for y'all, bro. We a family, so everything that I do, I'm looking for my feedback and my reaction from the people that I care about, which is my audience. I don't give a fuck about nobody else on the sideline. Only thing I care about is my audience, my platform, my fan base, my support system. So I need y'all to jump in them comments. I see them 100s coming through. Let's go. My Doug Rez, what it do, baby? My first time saying you in here, Rez. Hit the subscribe button, man. Welcome to the mob. Okay, so let's get into it, man. We got... All right, hold on. Let's get it. Okay, now the first story comes straight out of the Baltimore Penitentiary, man, which was called The Wall. This place was built like a fortress. Now, if you know anything about that goddamn Baltimore Penitentiary, man, it was one of the worst of the worst. Matter of fact, let's see if we can pull it up. We're going to get back to it. The Baltimore Penitentiary, man, was one of the worst situations, one of the worst institutions that you could possibly be in. Now, This place was built like a fortress, old, gray, and cold. Once you went behind them gates, it was like time stood still, man. And to a lot of people, they don't understand what that means. Meaning, like I told you, I got homeboys who got locked up at the age of 17, and in their mind, they done did 10 years, but when they came home, they was still 17. They wasn't 27 because of the mindset. Time stood still. They never grew. They never developed. They never had no growth in their journey. So that shit be putting a lot of motherfuckers at standstill, bro. And you gotta understand and, show a little bit of compassion when you dealing with people that's coming back into society after knocking down a nice little bed, because, they be not all the way there up top. So now, there was this dude everybody knew. We gonna call him Reese. Now, Reese wasn't the biggest, but he was sharp, real calculating inside. It wasn't always about who had the most muscles. It was about who could move the smartest. Now, let's dive in on that. When you locked up, or just in life, bro, your whole operation on point, bro. Just keep going. It's only a matter of time. Hey, Ace, man, salute from the bottom of my heart, bro. Salute from the bottom of my heart. You already know how it is. It ain't no stopping with this shit, bro. We just getting in here. We putting our flag down. We putting our footprint in the ground. We are 200 people away, or like 260 people away from 10,000 subscribers, man. Like I told you, when we hit that 10K mark, we gonna have a crazy episode. We gonna have a live little party. I'm gonna do a balloon release, man. We gonna live it up, because that's a celebration to me, bro. That's a major accomplishment for me to have 10,000 people that's rocking with us. Not that's rocking with me, but that's rocking with us, because we're a family, man. We move as one. So let's get back into it. So now, when you inside, man, it ain't always about who got the biggest muscle, who got the biggest crew. That's going to play a role, but it's really going to come down to who's the smartest man. Which man is able to use the biggest muscle, which is the brain. Because you got to understand, 90% of the war is mental, 10% of it is physical. But I done seen people who ain't got a muscle in their body, but they were super smart, they were super calculated, and that allowed them to survive the belly of the beast, and not even survive, but thrive in that type of situation just off of their mindset. Oh yeah, after 10K is up, man, you already know, bro. So now, one day word got out that Reese had a stash for real, a little bit of tobacco and a little green, even some pills. He was basically running the store out of his cell, but this ain't the store like a commissary store. He got a whole little drug pharmacy going on in there. So now, he was basically running the store out of his cell. But see, when you getting money like that on the inside, you also got enemies. Just like I told in the story earlier today, people feel entitled to what you got. People feel entitled to your success. If they come from the same struggle that you come from, and you start to succeed, or you start to make it out, and they stay stagnant, they stay at the same spot, if you don't look out for them, if you don't pull back and drag them up, and meaning you can give them an opportunity, they might fuck it up. They still want you to give it to them. They still want you to just do the work for them. Nobody wants to work these days, bro. Nobody wants to put in the hard work. Nobody wants to put in the long hours, but everybody want the success. Everybody want the bag. How you not willing to hustle, but you willing to shine? The shit do not make sense, bro. You gotta crawl before you walk, and you have to put in that hard work before you get any type of success. And that's in anything you do in life, bro. Always remember that, y'all. Salute to everybody pulling up, man. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in the chat. Let us know where you tapping in from. So now, that come with enemies. So boom, one night dudes from another block, they get the plotting on Reese to hit him in the yard. Now everybody knew it was about to go down, but guess who didn't? And this is the crazy part. You'll have motherfuckers that you kicking it with every day. You'll have people that you spending the yard with every day. And when the word get out about a hit, it's mandatory law that everybody know except the one person that's ready to get hit. And it's also mandatory law, nobody bet not say nothing, or you gonna be next on the list. Even if you didn't play cards with this man, you didn't play basketball, he done told you about his son, he done told you about his wife, but you will sit right there and watch that man go to a yard knowing that he ready to be stabbed, knowing that he ready to get assaulted, knowing that God knows what's ready to happen to him. Is he gonna make it or is he not? But a motherfucker shake your hand, dap you up, even tell you that they love you, watching you walk out to your goddamn M1. You feel what I'm saying? Watching you walk out to your misery. This is the down low dirty game, and that's why I tell y'all don't get involved, especially in the streets. But if you do so happen to get caught up in the streets and you get behind the wall, don't just be friendly Fred. Don't just be wanting to trust everybody and take everything for face value, because once you get caught up in the nonsense in the circus, you in for a penny, in for a pound. And once the wolves start to circle, it ain't no stopping them. So boom, now, you know, he doing his thing for real in the yard. Everybody get out, you know the word. Everybody know that it's ready to go down because the tension was so thick, you could feel it in the air. But Reese ain't moved sloppy. He already had his own people watching. Thank God Shorty was a thinker, you feel what I'm saying? And like I say, the smartest man win. The smartest man gonna last the longest in the game because he's able to outthink everybody. Yeah, your strength come from muscle, your strength come from fear, but mine come from thinking. I know this nigga like to get high, so I recruited him because guess what? Yeah, he get high, but this nigga bench press 375. So if I got something that he want, I'ma make sure he ride for me. So as long as I get him high, he gonna watch my back, and he more so like my muscle. Then I got the nurse that work up at the I got the nurse that work up medical. Yeah, I ain't go after the pretty nurse that everybody else was going after. No, I got the I went after the one that ain't nobody want to talk to. The one who was laid back. She was a little heavy set, had the acne break out. Yeah, that's the one I want because I know she the one that's gonna lock in with me. She might not got the highest self-esteem, but that's where I come in. I'm a water whip, finesse the situation. So now, not only do we got the drugs coming through, he got muscle on deck, and he got COs that's working on his payroll that keep an eye out for him. So once they get the word that he ready to be hit, he on the chopping block, you already know he had his soldiers surrounded. But if he wasn't the type of motherfucker that he was, and he ain't had the type of mindset that he did, this could have ended up 1,000 different ways. And this is why I tell y'all, yo, stay out the way, but more importantly, use your head and be careful and calculated on who you place around you, because who you hang around is who you become. Point blank said, when you hang around 5 millionaires, you bound to become a 6. It's just a matter of time. So boom, now, you know, he doing his 1-2. Everything going on, he had his own people watching, but now when it came for him, Reese flipped the whole script. Instead of fighting in the yard, he set the whole thing up in the shower. He tried to switch the locations. They thought they was gonna catch him bullshitting in the yard. Whole time he stayed back, so he played them to have to make them come inside. If y'all want to get me, I'm not coming out to the yard. So now, while everybody is out there in the yard, the niggas that's trying to hit him, they looking at it like, man, this is our opportunity. We can just go ahead, catch him in the unit, punish him in the showers. Boom. They come in there, but Reese done flipped the whole script. Boom. He brings them into the shower, a smaller space, tighter control. By the time them dudes walked in, man, Reese and his whole crew was waiting. It went down fast, and I'm talking about bad. You already know what that mean. They had them blades out, fists flying, and before the COs could break it up, 2 dudes was leaking heavy. I'm talking about holes in them and blood shooting out. But this is how fast things kick off. This is how fast it can go down. And all for what? Because a motherfucker is trying to make the best out of his situation, make a couple of dollars, take care of his people from behind the wall, because I done already let him down, because I done got incarcerated. If you're a real man, you know I'm the one that provide for my family. So me being incarcerated, that's not doing them no good. I'm not there physically, I'm not there mentally, and I'm not there financially. So when you got a motherfucker that get booked and he still play all 3 besides being there physically, but it's still like he kind of is through visits, mail, and phone calls, that's an elite motherfucker. A motherfucker that's able to provide and make money behind the wall and still send money uptown. It's men that can't take care of their family on the street. So imagine a man that's taking care of a family while he incarcerated, and he's still trying to stack and fight his case, and he still take care of his nigga. So you know it's too much to be going on, and you can't play with a man of that stature because they willing to take it to the furthest extent. So boom, it's going down, bleeds everywhere. They making it do what it do. Blood dudes is leaking out heavy. So now Reese, he walks away with barely a scratch. Of course, COs and them break it up, but word spread quick across the whole compound, man. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you do in this prison, in this Baltimore penitentiary. You better not cross that nigga Reese and his crew, because that's the type of tension that he wanted to set. That's the type of tone that he wanted to be identified with. Like, yo, don't play with me. Don't play with mine. Don't try to backdoor me. And you know a righteous motherfucker and a good nigga always gonna win, man. When you righteous, meaning you, man, listen, I'm a God fan, man. I ain't trying to do nothing backdoor to nobody, bro. I ain't trying to connive nobody, snake nobody, burn nobody. But if you come playing with me, I'm gonna make sure I splat your shit. You can't knock a nigga like that. Then I'm a good nigga because I'm staying out the way. I'm earning, I ain't begging, I ain't stealing, and I still do right for niggas. You cannot try to cross a righteous man and a good nigga. It's always gonna end bad for you. So now, you know, that was the word that went around the pound. Don't mess with Shorty, but you know the legacy continued. He continued to do his 1-2. He ran the empire in crazily, man. You know, to have Shorty to be that smart, that sharp, and be 3 steps ahead of all the enemies, man, it's rare that you meet a guy like that. But that's how it is behind that wall, man. Survival wasn't about strength. It was about strategy. And the dudes who couldn't think fast, they did not last long. Listen to me again. Behind the wall, it was about calculated moves and strategy. If you can't think fast, you're not going to last long, man. And that was the slogan, the slang, and kind of like a motto and a motto for that Baltimore penitentiary, man, and damn near any penitentiary around the world. Slow feet don't eat, man. If you can't get right up top and you're not able to digest and identify danger, finesse, game, con, you ain't gonna last, man, especially not in the jungle, because that's a criminal world. Just like you think the streets is a criminal world, prison is that, but on steroids, because everything is confined and you around nothing but criminals. It ain't like you around civilians who obey the law. You locked up, everybody then committed a crime, so the game gonna be coming 1,000 miles per hour. If you not able to identify and catch that shit, man, motherfuckers gonna run through you. It's sad, but it's true. And this is why I tell y'all, yo, don't get involved in the streets, stay out the way, my nigga, because it's not worth it at the end of the day, man. But if y'all rock with that story, man, and y'all rocking with the vibes and you know the pace of everything that we got going on over here, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and give me some feedback in the chat, man. What y'all feel about that? Y'all rocking with that? Shout out to Lil Reese, man. Shout out to Reese. I feel as though that was a good one, man. That was a good one. You heard me, y'all. Give me some feedback, man. Let me know what we got going on. Give me some feedback. We just hit the second topic of the night, man. You heard me. We got our intro, YSL Woody, talking about these YSL guys. We got our first story time out the way. Now, man, we have officially hit topic number 3. A little bit of the chat talk, man. So everybody that's in the chat tonight, man, where y'all from? Who we got in the chat, man? If you are actively in the building tonight, man, please drop a 100 sign in the building. Drop that 100 sign in the chat for me, man, so I can know who we got locked in with us tonight. You feel me? Because, man, it is a lot going on out here, bro. And it's crazy how Woody went through all that, and they try to play Woody like, you know, he ain't sharp, you know, he a lord, you know, not as fast as everybody else. But for him to have done what he did and still be walking around the streets and, you know, still got all his limbs and, you know, he just had a little ooh-wee, but it wasn't because somebody did something to him. What does that tell you? He was able to outthink damn near FBI law enforcement, because I don't think nobody went to jail from his testimony, and he ended up getting immunity, man. So, like, what y'all feel about that? A motherfucker that's able to manipulate the system like that, bro. Yeah, that's a good one, bro. Mind over matter. Real shit. Real shit, bro. You hit that motherfucker straight on the nose. Mind over matter every time, because once you got the mind, that shit translate to the heart. You feel what I'm saying? The body do what the mind tell it to do. The mind is the most strongest muscle and the most dangerous muscle on your body. Once your mind get to a point where it's I ain't scared of nothing, I don't fear nothing, but I'ma move like I got common sense, plus I'ma move double calculated, you a dangerous man. I'm telling you. Dangerous man. Salute to everybody too, man. You heard me. If anybody wants to support the platform, yo, $ stories with V, man, if anybody want to donate. But also like button, man. Like button and subscription count is a major form of currency over here, man. Smashing that like, sharing the platform, dropping them comments, and definitely hitting that subscribe button, man. Also become a member, man. Link is in the bio. Memberships is only $4, but yeah, man. You gotta be strong out here, bro. 2025 is like the belly of the beast, man. We got this Trump shit going on. We got the National Guards coming. I just seen a video with the Chicago dudes talking about if Trump send the motherfuckers down there, they not going for it. It's crazy. Hold on, let's see what they say. Let's see. Alright, man, it ain't pop up, but
Mr. Bennett, you all were
let's see what this talking about.
You all were swung up. That's my thing like that. Mr. Bennett stating that he did not do anything. Anything else you want to add? You have any evidence? Mr. Howard, you want to explain what happened?
Chicago goons going through the intake.
Anything else you want to add? Mr. Van Holden, Mr. Gibson, you want to explain what happened? Sir, you refusing to give a statement? Mr. Garrett, you refusing to give a statement. Anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to add? Mr. Wade, you want to explain what happened? Mr. Wade, you refusing to give a statement. Anything else you want to add? You have any interest? Mr. Bennett.
Let's see, we on Chicago goons. Oh, yo, did y'all see this? I forgot this happened. They say Finesse got his car stolen and he called the niggas on FaceTime with him like, this is the new street shit. Motherfucker get their car took and then you're online talking. You're literally online talking to the I forgot we still got this camera right here, y'all, but you're literally online talking to the mother lovers.
Lil King has been seen with Hustle Cartel and YSL Woody.
Like, where's his parents at?
Allegedly making more money than he was with Finesse. Well, that's until Hustle Cartel joined Rainwater and sat down and explained he's hanging out with Lil King 50-50 due to the cloud.
Crazy,
so he
right?
admits to hanging around with
You're hanging around a child for clout. This is, look at the camera, y'all. Hanging around the camera for clout. A child, man.
the young man just to get views and clicks. Lil King didn't like that at all. Here's what King said.
I'm gonna make this announcement right now, cuz if you don't f with me and you just be around for the clout, anything, just let me know right now. I'ma cut you big time off you. Stay away from me. Cause I'm seeing how you fucking right now. No cap. I'm seeing how
My dog paid what it do.
and it's you two are with tough. You know I
And Shorty, he too grown for his own good right now. He don't even know the shit that he going to and the lane that he going down, man. He putting himself further behind the 8 ball, and I blame the people around him because he's still a child, Joe. Ain't nobody set Shorty down, got him his own YouTube. Ain't nobody set him down, try to get him Nickelodeon shows. Like, do some shit for this kid, man, that's going to propel his fucking future, man.
are tough. I go against the world for you, but you big ass nigga backbite behind my back and shit. I don't be respecting this shit. And
What's going on? Ain't nothing, man. We kicking it nice little live tonight. How you feeling, brother?
But listen, I see how you coming. I see how you moving. I'm smart. That's why.
Listen to him. I see how you moving. I see how you coming. I'm smart. Shorty talking like he fucking 32 years old, man. Shorty, you like 13 years old, man. Like, what happened to a kid being a kid, man? I remember my mother used to say, man, stay in a child's place.
Hey, Bruno. Hey, cuz.
Lil King didn't stop there. He then began to
No
speak
question,
on
my
YSL
dog.
Woody.
We in here just cool and kicking it, man.
Hanging out with a rat.
PSA, man. I'm sick of you, Nick, with all this. I'll never fuck no rat, or never be cool with no rat, never be sick.
I already told y'all how that go. Motherfuckers swear they never deal with a rat, so forth and so on. Up until they know the rat. Up until the rat is they brother, they cousin, they sister. Then it's like, man, you know, they sweeping it under the rug. So, scary but true that a child is able to identify
man is
that.
a rat and you know it, but you sitting here judge the next nigga what he done did. But I ain't here sitting here judging your, you know, the rat. His name and paperwork in the total investigation room.
But he playing a dangerous game too, because a person, when it come down to their name, their brain, their face, their reputation in the streets, motherfucker don't care that you 12, 13, you out here conducting yourself like a grown man, talking like a grown man, speaking on grown man business. Somebody will deal with you like a grown man. And that's the scary part. I was 13, 14 in the streets dealing with grown men like I was a grown man, not thinking with the right state of mind.
I don't get it and don't get in my company. But thank you very much. Have a nice day. You got that one good man that like to compare himself to niggas shit. Talking about on levels and shit, man. What he done did. Hey, that ain't your for real. Just fall back on the partner. Nigga having side talks about you. Nigga like to see you win. You know? Nigga do better than you in comparison with nigga. That's why I don't like like partners and shit. You have to compare yourself to each other. We ain't gotta compare ourselves to each other. As long as everybody win, as long as everybody got food on.
This coming from a 12, 13-year-old kid, bro. This show you the environment that he in. This showing you that Shorty can't even be a kid. Shorty can't even be a child because this is the life that he living. This is the motherfuckers that he around, and he trying to be what he's around. Yo, like they say, kids emulate what they see and they repeat what the fuck they hear. So when you around this bullshit all day, this is what the fuck we producing, man. And I blame both of these coon booger ass niggas because they willing to do this fuck shit around Shorty just for some money, just for some clout, just for some fucking attention, man.
On the table, money coming in for everybody. We all good. You might never say no.
Salute to everybody, man. Smash that like button, man. Hit the subscribe button, share the content. Let's go.
Finesse 2 times just laughing at the whole situation. Chicago young got some cookie for publicity. This seems pretty real. It looks like the Chicago young got him. Comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this crazy situation. Does Finesse have any chance of getting his truck back? Them young boys in Chicago don't play no games, so I'm not sure how this will be played out. But Finesse has family in Chicago and a lot of goons ready to move at the push of a button, allegedly. Comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this. And Lil King cutting off Hustle Cartel. Damn, it's a cold game. And don't forget to like, share, and
Yeah, that was a wild one right there, y'all. That was a wild one, man. But it go to show you that the time and day that we living in, man, exactly what's going on. And these are the vibes that the motherfuckers is putting out. These are the vibrations that we playing at now. So, man, like I tell y'all, stay out of the way, do the right thing, man, and be better for the future, man. Be a good example. Be the example that you would want your kids to follow. Be the example that you would want your nephew, your niece, whoever it is that you love to look up to. But I love y'all, man. It's ready to be damn near 1 in the morning. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. I will see y'all tomorrow. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Go tune into that video we dropped tonight, man. Episode 1. I love y'all to death. V-Mob. Let's get them.